Hi everyone, welcome to my next video. I can barely believe what I'm about to say. I am just so excited and so thrilled and so grateful for all of you, honestly, because today on April 15, I have 10,006 subscribers. Holy cow. I just looked on my calendar to see, because I started this channel a little over a year ago. And I think I mentioned this before. I really wasn't that confident about it and wasn't sure because I was comparing myself to all these young women out there that look so glamorous and so perfect and had their hair just right and knew just what to say and knew how to edit and all of that. And I thought, well, that's not me. So it wasn't until January and I realized that uh, people are in their own age groups, their own interests, their own philosophy, all of that. And I came across a few channels encouraging people my age, almost 70. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to try it again. But this time, I'm just going to be myself. And actually, I was when I started, but this time I'm going to believe in myself and see what happens. So on January 18, 2025, January, February, March, 3 months ago, I had 48 subscribers. So I took the plunge, and lo and behold, I lost track of how many videos I have. I have no idea. I just told stories that I had never shared with anyone. I said things that I wasn't sure if anyone would find value in. But here's what I really stuck to and will do moving forward, and that is to be authentic and genuine. And regardless what other YouTube people are doing, that's their thing. And mine is to be me and to give positivity in this world and to express compassion, understanding, forgiveness. And I do that by sharing all of the things that I struggled with in hopes of inspiring some of you, hopefully, who may be struggling with some similar things that I have. And no, I don't have all the answers. I'm not a mental health provider. I don't have a degree to hang on the wall. Never wanted one. But what I do is I have a degree in life. If there is such a thing, maybe I should make myself one. Because I'm still here, and I'm not bitter. I'm not hateful. I'm not resentful. And there is much more to talk about and to share with how I am this way, because I have a special reason where I find my strength, and perhaps in the next few videos I'll talk about that. I have not addressed that yet. I don't follow any particular religion, never have. I do believe in God, but I believe that we give that a name because our own meager understanding of this wonderful presence is limited. And I believe there is so much more to whoever or whatever created us. And I think it's such an amazing, beautiful thing. And I have felt it since the age of 3. And I gained my strength from that. And I would love to talk more about that. I do touch upon it in the very first chapter of my book that is soon going to come out, called There Is a Something, because I do call this amazing being a something. And again, we're just in this third dimension with our own meager concepts of things. And I am just convinced there's so much more to this world that perhaps we'll ever understand. But some of us have more of an awareness of it than others. I do believe that. And so, especially with my video the other day about being an empath, thank you so much for so many of you who were able to relate to what I said. And I have to tell you something. I moved out here in this cabin almost 5 years ago now, kind of just tired of the world. And I looked at this as my hideout, honestly. My special place to just have the freedom, have the peace and quiet to be myself, and to finally be free from all the turmoil, all the heartache, all the stress, all the conflict that I had experienced in my life. And lo and behold, would I have never imagined that I would have a YouTube channel and meet so many wonderful people through it. And not only that, but share all these stories that I've kept to myself my entire life. And I have kept much of this to myself because I've been around the wrong people. When you have low self-esteem, when your parents tell you that you're worthless, and you believe that in every bone of your body because, heck, they're your parents, you pick people who treat you as though you're worthless. And so it's a what do you call it? A self-fulfilling prophecy. And I was very good at it for many, many years until, as I wrote about in I See the Elephant, something amazing happened. And like a curtain was lifted, and I saw very clearly how wrong I had been thinking. But all those years, I had known about this larger, you could even call it a universal consciousness, because there was a tiny, I call it a candle flame inside of me that knew, that made me aware that no matter what, I could find strength from it. And I'll talk more about that, because that has brought me to today. And I would love to share more about that. And another reason why I have my channel is that I want to share my strengths and share how I take the good from the bad, and how I have achieved such a sense of incredible peace and fulfillment. And not that I expect anyone else to adopt my beliefs, but just to share what I've learned, and take what works for you and disregard the rest. That's fine, because you might find something that I say helpful, and you might disagree with something too. And I would love to hear if you disagree. That would be great. Now, some of you were curious about Sheppy and Maggie, my dogs. So in the next video, I'll take you out on a hike, and I'll talk about how I adopted them, and about their personalities. They're completely different dogs. And so that will be an interesting topic, hopefully, for some of you. And so 10,000 subscribers, my gosh. Where is this channel going? I have no idea. But what I will promise you is that I will never change my very authentic way of speaking, of talking about my thoughts. I do need to figure out more about editing, because I want to do some time lapse, especially about how I stack my firewood. And I want to do some more about that too, about living here off grid and different things I do that I thought were boring, but apparently some of you are very interested in how I cook and just even the basic things around here. So I'll do that. Sure. And I realize so many of you live in so many different climates, different countries, and this is foreign to you. So that really gives me a greater appreciation for all of you. So please feel free to ask me questions. Keep them coming. Thank you to all of you subscribers, even the ones that just watch my channel and haven't subscribed. That's fine. I hope you decide to one day. And oh, there's one thing that I really am looking forward to. I do have a kayak, and I was taking my dogs out with me, but Sheppy has gotten so darn big, we don't fit in the kayak anymore. So I'm looking for a dinghy, or what's called a rowboat. And I think that's going to give us more room to go out in the ocean. And I might even get a small upward motor for it, just in case I wander out a bit too far. Yes, I do wear a life jacket, and I'm going to put them on my dogs. But there's an island that I have never ventured out to investigate, um, pretty much because going out in the kayak was just too darn far. And I generally stay close to the coastline and I follow the current. But I've always had that nagging feeling, what the heck is out there on that island? It's public land. I've never seen anyone out there. And that would be great if they allowed camping. I might ask the town or whoever owns that public land if they allow camping. Probably not, but at least for the day I could do some fun videos. There is so much coastline out here in Maine to explore. No matter where I go, it's going to be scenic. So with summer coming, um, all the flowers in bloom, the trees, the sun coming out, it's going to just be amazing. And also, I am in down east Maine, which is the uppermost part of the United States. And if there's any particular area up here that you're curious about, I don't really want to go down to the touristy parts of Maine, which are south of me, and you might find videos about those areas because I don't particularly care for crowds and all the touristy shops and all that. But I love staying by the more rural, natural, scenic parts of Maine, northwestern Maine, which I have not yet been out to. So the lakes, the mountain, and all of that, hiking trails, all of that will be really, really adventurous videos to create. So my gosh, where is this channel going? I have no idea. But I'm taking it one video at a time, and tell me what you'd like to hear more about, what you'd like to hear me talk more about, whether it's being an empath, whether it's being gifted with my visions that come true, my dreams that come true, my ability to touch physical objects and gain knowledge from. And I know that there's all kinds of fancy words for that. I don't know what they are, but for some reason I'm able to do that. It's not something I can control. It just happens. But then again, I've never tried to expand on it. I've never tried to develop these abilities. And I think one of the reasons is because I'm afraid that I might discover more abilities, and I'm not quite sure what I would do with them. So I'm very respectful of things that are beyond my understanding, and I'm in awe of knowing that I have these abilities. So if you'd like me to talk more about that, I certainly will. And my book coming out, There Is a Something, will explain more about it too. So thank you all again. 10,006 subscribers on April 15, when January, February, March, 3 months ago I had 48. So again, I so appreciate you all. This channel has truly changed my life. And I'm going to talk more also about living alone as a senior, living out here in the woods, and why I'm not afraid. I don't worry. Yes, we probably have bears. I haven't seen any. And I have an inkling to start looking for land for my animal sanctuary. And I'm just pricing it out, looking at different areas and seeing what's out there. So thank you again, and I hope you're all having a great day, everyone. Take care.